All right, welcome to class. Today's theme is stability. So this week I'm actually going to probably keep that theme for a while. I hate to overpromise because of the time that we're in, but I would like to keep that theme for a while, stability, as we are, or at least I've been thinking about this quite a lot in our current situation. So this week I'm going to give you a few stability exercises for especially your lower body. Of course, everything that you do is going to engage and in some way activate and or work other areas of your body as well, but this is mainly focused on the hips, the lower body, especially as we come to think of stability in those ways, especially related to standing and to walking. These are actually combinations of Pilates and physical therapy exercises, as well as a little bit of yoga, all kind of mixed up in there, that I should be doing all the time, given my own injuries, so I thought I'd let you into the practice as well. So we're going to start off on our backs. Bring your feet to the mat, knees are bent, and then slowly lower yourself down to the mat. The back of your head reaches down to the mat. I have a ponytail, so I'm going to have to move it around a little bit. Allow your feet to go a little farther than hip distance. Your knees come together, and we're just going to breathe to begin our practice. Any way that feels natural to you. I'm placing one hand on my belly and one on my heart. And that way I can really stick with the breath as I breathe in and out. Identifying different areas that could soften in this moment. Eventually closing your mouth and breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathing in through your nose, feeling your low belly, and out through your nose. Inhale, fill low belly. Rib cage expands, back expands, clavicle expands, and then exhale, let it all go. Again, 2 more times, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. On your inhale, plant your hands, and then open your knees towards the ceiling. Walk your feet to hip distance apart. So when you look at your knees, you should see just your knees. You shouldn't see your feet on the outside or the inside, or at least your calves really. And so from here, I could almost touch my heels. For me, it doesn't feel quite as good when I touch my heels in bridge pose. So I'm going to walk them out just a little bit. And then from here, find your position of your ponytail. Ground your shoulders, the backs of your shoulders down into the mat. Press your hands into the mat, your arms into the mat. Inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to slowly peel your tailbone off the mat, your hip bones, your lower back, mid back and upper back off of the mat. And we're in bridge pose. Pressing down through all 4 corners of your feet. That's big toe region, pinky toe region, outside of heel, inside of heel. And then engaging your glutes. You're not always going to engage your glutes in this position, but today we're playing around with that because our theme is stability. On your inhale, lift your heels. And exhale, roll all the way down your spine until your tailbone touches the mat. Heels lower. Inhale. Exhale, press up, roll through your spine, engage your glutes. Feel your ribs. Instead of opening, pressing in, you can even take your hands to your ribs to press your hips towards the ceiling. Really engaging your glutes to do so. Not allowing your knees to open or to come in. Steady breathing. We're going to stay here for a little bit. So thinking even inhales and exhales. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, building that fire. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, roll all the way down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, press through your feet, lift your hips. Again, there are some differences between this bridge pose and other bridges that you might do in yoga. First of all, the engagement of the glutes, like I talked about, but also the lifting of your hips on the exhale. A lot of times we lift on the inhale, but if you lift on the exhale, I feel this lovely centering of especially my upper body, my torso. My ribs come into place just quite naturally. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come to touch. Knees open wide. Find your heart. Find your belly. And just stay with the sensation of what you just stirred up. Inhale. Exhale, soft. Inhale. And exhale. Hands go to the outsides of your legs. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to rock and roll. Little baby rocks and rolls, front to back, until we come to a seated position. From here, I only got you to sit up so we can lie back down. You're gonna align the back, or align yourself with the back of the mat. So my derriere, my feet, my entire back, and then my arm is gonna go along this straight edge here. That's the intention anyway. If you don't have a mat, maybe find carpet or something like that to align yourself with. You're just gonna lie down in somewhat of a fetal position. One knee on top of the other, and I'm gonna take my top hand and place it on the mat. You can stay here. I've also seen this done. I'm not a huge fan because that kind of messes with my neck personally, but it's up to you, whatever's most comfortable for you. Now check in here with your ribs. The propensity is to go forward, like I've talked about already. Hug those into your center line. Pressing your right hand into the mat, we're just gonna open our knees, or actually one knee, towards the ceiling and close. We'll do this 10 times and then I'll lead you on. So we're gonna open and close. 2, keeping your alignment, one hip right on top of the other. 4, holding your ribs. 5, 6, softening your neck. 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a rest. So you can see how I move my hand from my hip to the floor. It depends on what you need. Sometimes my hips like to wiggle forward and back, and so I'll hold on to make sure I'm really in alignment. From here, lift your feet off the mat. I like to point my feet because dance habits die hard. So either hand on your hip or hand planted, we open again. 1, 2, slow and controlled. 4, 5, relax your neck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come down. I obviously really need to do these because I'm really shaky. So extend your legs below you as if you're standing on the ground that way. Now, you can bring your legs towards the front corner of your mat if you need more stability. This is a great option. If you are feeling a little froggy and you want to bring your feet directly beneath you, go for that too. Then check in with your alignment again. Engage your abdominals. You're super strong, you're super tall, standing like a tree. You're gonna lift your top leg off of your bottom leg, keeping it parallel. Toes face forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. We go up. We bring the foot forward. We kick it behind us slightly, over the other foot, lower it down. That's 1. This is 2. And forward. And back. And center. Down. 3, 4, back, center, down, 4, forward, back, center, down, and 5, 6, check in with your neck again, 7, we're gonna stop at 8 because I am really feeling this. And hover and lower. Right foot is gonna plant on the ground behind your left leg. So bend your right knee, plant your right foot behind you. From here, my bottom foot is now going to do the work, or bottom leg. Try not to roll back. Try to stay on top of your supporting hip. From here, we lift up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Use your hands to press you up to a seated position. My right knee is already bent, so I'm going to take my right foot over my left leg and sit tall. You can hug your left foot in towards your hip and just sit here if you can feel the stretch. If you don't really feel that stretch, you can go fire log, or you stack one shin on top of the other, and then you can lean forward. You can also say no to both of these things. Take your top leg, place it on the floor, just kind of like an open cross, and lean forward. Slowly walk your hands back in towards center, and we're going to set up for the other side. So again, my feet are on the back of the mat. The entire back of my body is lined up with the back of the mat. My head is resting on my bottom arm. My top arm is pressing, actually my top hand is pressing into the floor. From here, clamshell. We lift open and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, check in with the ribs. 6, They always like to sneak forward. 7, 8, maybe a smile. 9, actually feels really good to smile. 10, take a rest. And we're gonna lift our feet off the mat. From here, we open again. Open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. You might feel that a little stronger on one side than the other. Just like I did. Extend your legs long. Remember, you can either stand directly beneath you or you can bring your legs forward slightly. A little less than 45 degrees can be nice. You can also go for the full 45 degrees. Up to you. Hands are in the same place. We lift up, 2, 3, strong legs, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift it up, sneak it forward, go back, center, and down. 2, and forward, and back, and center, and down. 3, 4, 5. Check in with your ribs. 6. Check in with your breathing. Second to last one, this is 7. And 8. Beautiful. Plant your left foot behind you. Left knee is bent. Now without rolling back, you're gonna stay on your right hip and you're gonna lift your right foot. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Press into your hands to sit up. My right knee, that's my left knee. Left knee is already bent, so I'm going to place my left foot on the outside of my right leg. You can either stay here, sitting tall if you feel the stretch. If you don't really feel a stretch there, go into fire log. I'm sure you'll feel it there. This is a little, it'll wake you up. So you sit tall in fire log, and if fire log is not a thing, you can always just cross your leg. Either way, sit tall and lean forward. On the last side, I just crossed my legs, and on this side, I need a bit more of a stretch, so I'm in fire log. Inhale. Exhale. And on your inhale, walk your hands to center. Make your way to tabletop position, hands and knees. Now tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward dog. Pedal it out, one side and then the other. Maybe lift your heels. Wake up your feet, wake up your ankles. I tend to be pretty vocal. And step your feet to your hands. Forward fold with your knees bent. Feel your belly on your thighs.
exhale, release your elbows if you're holding them. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Feel your legs active and strong here. And then exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, roll to a standing position. Opening your shoulders. Okay, cool. I'm going to step back a little bit so you can see my face. I think you can see my face. It's unclear. So we're just going to work on feeling all these muscles that we just worked while we're standing. So we're going to activate through standing on 2 feet and then standing on 1 foot at a time. So hands go to your hips. Look down at your feet. Are your toes in front of your heels, or are they open a la dancer style or in, right? You want to make sure that your toes are facing forward and they're in front of your heels. Also, if you look at my ankles, there's a little bit of a play here, and you can see how that affects my entire leg. So keeping your arches lifted, but not rolling to the outside of your foot. All 4 corners of your feet, like I talked about earlier, big toe knuckle, pinky toe knuckle, outside of heel, inside of heel, are all on the ground like suction cups. Your toes aren't as necessary. They could wiggle in this moment as you're feeling your balance. So we're going to feel our balance by taking little circles and feeling all of those different places in the feet that I was just talking about. Now once you've gone one way, try going the other way. Notice if there are any places in your feet that you like to avoid. Make your circle smaller. And come to standing. Feel your inner thighs pressing back to the back wall. Your hip bones pressing forward. Glutes are engaged. I say it that way because they're not gripping. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to ground down through my left foot, shifting my weight over to my left foot. I'm going to lift my right like I'm stepping on a big stair. Now, when I personally do this, I know that I avoid my big toe knuckle because I have arthritis there. And so I tend to avoid that spot. When I stand with some more weight on that big toe knuckle, the inside of my leg lights up. I also lose a little bit of stability. It's fabulous. That means I need to work in that place. Open your right leg to the right side, a la Captain Morgan. I don't know if that's appropriate, but here we are. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, lower. Wow, it's amazing how much I just shook doing that. Okay, shake it out, ground down, set yourself up well, feeling your inner thighs rolling towards the back of the room, feeling grounded on all 4 corners of your feet, shoulders down and back, ribs soft and in. Move your weight over to the right side and lift your left leg, again like you're making a big old march onto the stair. And each side is going to be different. Again, I tend to carry my weight a little farther forward because of my past training. So getting my weight a little more towards my heel can be really entertaining. Open it up to the side. Feel what that does for you. Inhale, bring it back to center. And exhale, lower. Whew. Good morning. Okay, let's stretch that out a little bit. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to sky, feeling super strong like we were just standing on it. Bring your right knee into your chest. Step your right foot between your hands. Now my back leg is going to stay super strong and active, feeling that inner thigh. Stay here, both hands are grounded. Inhale. Exhale, press through your back heel. Again, like you're standing on a wall behind you. Inhale. Exhale, lift your right hand towards the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe you lower your back knee. Untuck your back toes. And then hands go to your right leg to sit tall. Pressing your hips forward. I'm kind of tractioning with my right foot, pulling me forward just a little bit. Don't overdo it. You're not super warm yet. You may feel warm, but might not be as warm as you think. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your hips. Do a little pedal out, whatever you need to do. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, low. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. This time, left foot lifts. Super strong legs. Bring your left knee into your chest. Left foot steps between your hands. Feeling both hands grounded on the mat. You may want blocks here. I forgot to mention that on the other side. That's a great modification. Feeling your back leg super strong. Inner thighs waking up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift your left arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Plant your hand. Back knee lowers to the mat. Untuck your back toes. And either you stay here with your hands on the mat, or else you can bring your hands to your left leg. Again, tractioning with your front knee. Well, not really your front knee. Front foot, front leg. You know what I mean. Sitting nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, hands plant. Tuck your back toes. Lift your hips, downward dog. Last time, inhale to high plank. Exhale, low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you're ready, step your feet about halfway up the mat and take a seat. Inhale, arms overhead, closing your eyes. Exhale, hands meet, thumbs to forehead, thumbs to lips, thumbs to heart. Namaste. Thanks for joining the practice today. I'm thinking next week, so I like to meet up on Mondays. Part of the stability series is based in, obviously, consistency, which is can be a struggle during a time like this. And so my desire is to stay consistent with you all, and then also to support you, so and so that we can support each other. So next week, I'm actually thinking of just doing a live meditation, Instagram, not TV, it's the IG live thing. Never done it before, but I'm thinking of doing that for class instead with the same theme of stability. I'll bring some things to the table for us to think about and meditate on, but I would really love to sit with you all, even if it's just remotely, around this topic or just in general. So let me know maybe in the comments below if that sounds like something that would be
interesting or good to you, and I will make sure to do that. I hope you all enjoyed the practice today. Have a beautiful day.